Hi, and welcome to the Orange Diary. My name is Puja, and I am passionate about sharing information which is good and effective for self development and also about achieving the goals, right? So, for starters, I wanted to talk about why I am starting this space because a few years ago I was at a very low point of my life and I ran out of all the ideas that would help me to get back on track. Whether it was related to my health, related to my work, related to my relationships, and the last resource that I went to was on the internet, and I found so much of content on motivation and self development, self care, and most of it was not something that helped me. Maybe it was me because it didn't really connect with me. It did not have the relatable factor because there were so many videos that actually shared information or draw inspiration from powerful personalities that were there and how they worked and what was their mindset. And there were also few videos which were actually gimmicks, because I'm sure those would not have a proper solid, uh, it would not be something which would be solid uh, for solid motivation, right? So I didn't really have anything that was practical and that was simple and that was something which I could do on daily basis that would improve my life. So over the years there were very few videos like that, and now over the years I have developed few techniques or few methods that work really well and are really simple and doesn't require a lot of information, a lot of complex theories or things like that, and which actually works. And I'm pretty sure this is something which is universal. Everybody would be able to relate to it, and I, with this in mind, I wanted to really share this information. And this is my first video, and I hope it actually helps, and I hope you guys would be able to uh, take something away from it. I wanted to keep it casual. I wanted to keep it like in a podcast setting where I can talk about my information. I can talk about the information I want to share. I can talk about the experiences, and along the way I can also share tips and techniques that actually helps in self development and self care, and also staying focused and being successful. I hope this makes sense. I hope I really help. Even if I help one person with this, I am going to be really happy. And yes, as I said, this is my first time, so if you have any feedback, if you have something to share, please do in the comments. I would be really grateful and really happy and really interested to know. So let's get on to the first topic. Now, the first topic I wanted to talk about was the goals. Yes, I am not talking about sharing information on how you can stay motivated towards your goal, or basically I'm not going to talk about information that you need once you have your goal. I'm going to talk about information which will help you to first determine your goal. Yes, it is very important, and it is kind of underrated fact that so many people do not know what the goal is. They are stuck in a place where they are confused. They are not, they are sure that they want to do something. They do have a vague picture of what they want to do, but then because it is lacking specifics, they are not able to pursue it further. So this podcast or this video is for them. So I want you guys to first understand, or first have a determine within yourselves that is there something that you really wanted to for a long time, but you're not able to do it because you are not motivated enough or you're not focused enough, right? So for this, I have a very simple technique that works wonders for me, and I'm not really sure if I gathered it because I read it in so many books, and I also tried it on myself. I tried it with my friends, I tried it with my relatives, and it did work for them. So it's a very simple technique. First of all, even if you have a vague idea of a goal, this is going to work. So the first thing that I do whenever an idea strikes me, or whenever I am drawn to something and I want to really do something in that field. So what I do is I take out a paper and a pen, and I would suggest you guys can do it while listening to me. So take out a paper and pen and then draw a quadrant. Quadrant is basically you draw one vertical line and draw one horizontal line over it, and now you have four spaces. And in that four spaces, I want you to write the following. Number one is what, number two is how, number three is why, and number four is why not. Yes. So I am sure there are going to be people who were expecting the fourth one to be when, but for them, the answer is right away. The answer is the time is now. So do not postpone your goals, guys. The time is now, right now. So we're not going to be talking about when because we already know the answer. It's now. So let's talk about first one, that is what. Yes, what is as simple as it sounds. It has the same meaning that you are thinking. Often in our mind there are so many things, there might be so many things going on, and we hardly have a proper definition of a goal that that that's in our mind. So what I want you to do is I want you to have a definition, an official definition of your goal. Now, to explain this better, for example, if you're trying to lose weight, do not write that I want to lose weight, my goal is I want to lose weight. No, that's not right. You have to write I want to lose X amount in Y months. Yes, add the specifics, add the particulars. You have no idea how much it can help you have an impact on starting with your goal. Because let me demonstrate with an example. So if I tell you that you need to run, and I don't give you any instructions like distance, speed, or time, and I just ask you to run, how long can you go? Right? There is going to be some point where you're going to ask me that, can you please tell me how much I need to run, what is the distance, or how fast I should run, or how slow I should run. So these are the specifics, right? If you don't have specifics, you will not be focused. So first of all is, please have a definition of your goal. It can be like, I want to lose X amount in Y months, I want to run X kilometers in Y months, or Y year, Y days, right? It can be, I want to read these many books. So many people tell me that I want to start reading, but then it's not something which is solid. Yeah, you want to start reading, but how much do you want to read, what do you want to read, and by when you want to read? These are the specifics that you need. Your brain works so well when it has specifics, right? So first step is to define what. Okay. And hopefully you guys have figured it out, or if you have not, then you can after this video. Just mention what you want, have an official definition. It should be like, it should be ingrained in your mind, and even if someone asks in your sleep that, hey, what's your goal, and you should be able to just throw out the definition by heart it, right? So that's number one, that's what. Okay, the number two is how. Now, this is something which only comes in picture if you know what you want. Now, for example, have given the example about the weight. If you said that I want to let's just say you want to lose 5 kg in next 3 months. So 5 kg is how you're going to do it. Then you're going to think about, okay, if I want to lose 5 kgs, then I should take out at least 1 hour in my day to start working out, or I should start researching about what kind of diets I can do, what I can remove from my diet, what can I add to my diet. So these are the answers for your how. So if you have what, then answering how becomes easy. Now, in how also, in the how section, you should first write what do you have, like what are the available resources that you have right now, the point where you are writing this down. So list down all the available resources that you have, and also research about what are the resources that you don't have, right? So there is going to be two columns in this, where where you write down what are the things that are already available to you, and then what are the things that you will probably have to put in an effort to get. So this will help you in starting in in going in the process of your goal. So you're going to be working out on things, you're going to be working out on things that you don't have. So you would try to gather those, right? So this is going to answer your second. So that's the power of how. And once you know how, once you write it down and then you work on it, that is actually the process, that's actually the hustling that people talk about, right? So that's how. Now, talking about number three. Number three is my favorite because this really helps me in going on. So, number three is why. So, it doesn't matter how many times you think about your goal in a day, or how much you are motivated. Uh, so the truth is, like, you cannot be motivated every day, right? There are going to be days where it is dark and you don't want to do it, and then motivation just blows off the roof and you don't want to do it. So in those dark times, because it's fine to take a break of day or two, and then again get back on track. But sometimes the break actually extends, and then finally we lose our focus, and then we are not able to work on it anymore. So for that times, if you have the answers to the why section, you will be able to gather back that focus, and then you know add it, and again start working on your goal. So why is basically, why do you want to do anything? Now this is a very personal section, and it is completely based on what you want and why do you want to do it. And for example, again talking about the losing weight example, some people might say it's because I want to be fit, I want to focus on my health. Some people might say, I like the dress, I want to be able to fit in it. Or some people want to say, I want to flatter my body. And people have their own reasons. So whatever is your reason, write it down. And it doesn't matter if it is silly, stupid, anything, but it should be strong enough, powerful enough to motivate you to not stop. So that should be your why section. Okay. And once you write that, what will happen is, whenever you have dull days where you don't want to work, you just read that, and you know that, okay, why did I start this in first place? So that's the most important. That's gonna give you a cue to your mind that, okay, I don't want to feel the same way with what I was feeling before starting this, so I'm gonna get back on the track. Okay, so that's the importance of why. And the fourth one is why not. I know everybody who is struggling to find their goal or to work on their goal, there is a negative mechanism that's working in their brains that is stopping them to achieve that, right? There is some negative thoughts, there are some negative thoughts that obviously, that are always present in your mind, which are limiting you. So I want you to write that. I want you to write all the reason that you could think of right now, that why you should not do this, why you should not achieve this goal. Like for example, if again I'm using the weight example everywhere because I want people to have I want people to relate to how one goal can have all this aspects, right? So talking about the weight section, talking about the weight example, you can write why not, because you will have to work out, because you will have to, you know, make it, put in an effort to take out that 1 hour of your time out of your day, because you'll have to eat healthy, because you have to probably skip on some parties, things like that. So write down all the reasons that you can think of why you should not do it. And then the best part, this is the best part, just take a pen and then cross them over. That's all. Just cross everything that you have wrote in the why not section. It's This method is like so powerful because it basically tricks brain in removing all the negative or the limiting reasons that you may have to stop yourself, and then just erasing them, just forgetting them. So I want you to forget the whole section of why not, so that the next time when you work on your goals, or when you uh, work hard for your goals, and if you're wanting to stop, then you know that why not you have not done this, right? So yes, that's the simple technique, a one pen and paper technique, which will take you few minutes to see your goal becoming a reality, see your goal actually breathing, and it's not something which is just in your head. It is something which is real, very real, and you have everything that you need to start. You have an overview of your goal, and this is basically, then now you can build on it. The foundation of your goal setting is laid, and now you have to work on building it. Then the process of hustling starts, and then I'm going to talk about the next steps as well in my next videos, so that you guys would be, once you've started this, and you would be able to be on it and not stop. So I have planned content for that too, and I really hope this at least helps few people who are still struggling in finding what they want. And I really hope that this is a very simple technique, and I really hope that it reaches to so many people uh, who needs it. And I'll be really happy if you guys can mention any feedback that you have, if you tried it or if it really helped you. And these 4 questions really changed my life in few uh, areas, and I highly suggest you guys give it a try. And yeah, if you've listened so far, thank you so much, and I am really grateful for you to dedicate your few minutes of your life in listening to this, and I really hope that you take something useful from this. So thank you so much. I am going to again upload new videos probably by next week, where I will talk about the second step of goal setting, which is the building of the goals. And I hope you guys find that helpful too. So thank you so much.